Shit, here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
We breaking news again. Hog HQ Live, tell a Razorback friend. Hot Adam DP, the squad you can trust. On every platform, we never adjust. From the hills to the streams, we the Hog Dream Team. Dropping Razorback gems, y'all know what I mean. Heart with the insight, sharp as a tusk. Adam takes heavy, break the mic in the dust. DP in the cut, stat sharp as a blade. Talking hoops, talking football, every play gets made. Razorback Nation, call it Hog Vibration. On Facebook, YouTube, even Twitch sensation. Instagram scrolling, X marks the spot. When the pigs hit the field, we reporting the plot. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. DP crunching numbers that I'm setting the tone.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Woo! Go Hogs!
Go Hogs, indeed. Welcome back to another episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk. These are the guys. All three of us are here tonight. That is Adam.
We're all here.
This is Mr. Hart, and I'm DP. Look, we will be your host for the evening. We are glad you guys decided to check in with us on this Memorial Day weekend. Transplanted Texan, per usual, in the building. Says Daddy DP, Petty, Adam, and Hart. Nice of you to join us, sir.
Nice of you to not be in the comment section and here in the flesh.
Yeah,
yes.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
No doubt
We
about
appreciate it.
Look. Slightly delayed, but always on time with what you need for Razorback news. Look, we're going to get into it this evening. Got a couple things to discuss. Got to do some housekeeping. Looking at what we missed out on, what has transpired just recently. Of course, we're going to get into the baseball, the softball talk. Of course, you're going to get into some recruitment news in regards to basketball, some Pro Hogs news as well. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We got to get into the baseball. Like I said, Let's get into the men's baseball. So, as we know, you know, we had a nice little momentum swing. It was nice to watch it. It was nice to enjoy these guys playing the way we felt like they should have been playing all season long for about 2 games straight. At this point, I don't. Why does everybody want to text me while I record? I have no idea.
They know you're on, so they were like, "I'm
That's
going to
what
go
it
mess
is.
with them."
It is what it is. So the thing about it is now, like I said, you get to the end, and you feel like, wait a minute, is this a situation where Arkansas could just have like small championships? Are we building something here? We've seen the men's basketball team go to the SEC championship, right? We got to get into the women's. You know what that is, and it's just looking like, okay, it's a different level. Like, can the guys pull it off? Well, they get towards the end and do not take the victory home, which means, or now it's confirmed that they will not be hosting at Northwest Arkansas and Fayetteville Stadium. So that sucks. At the same time, we did see the team shift and make some strides and what we would want to see, and being consistent, getting guys home, etc., etc.com. With that being said, Hart, let's go ahead and jump into it. Look at some recent stats. Look at what some guys are doing. Maybe some injury news, and what we can look forward to going to the next phase of men's baseball.
All right. Well, we did have Kahil Lloyd get hurt earlier in the week. He broke a bone in his hand wrist area. I don't remember which spot it is,
No,
but
it's a hamite bone or something. It's something
yeah,
down here, like down. Yeah.
yeah. And so he's out 3 weeks. So if you don't make it to Omaha, you know that's the end of his season. So you don't know if he's going to go to the draft or if he'll decide to come back for his senior year. You had Dietz yesterday take a foul ball. I think it was yesterday. Take a foul ball off of no, it was Friday. Took a foul ball off his foot, top of his foot, just a bone bruise, no fracture. So everything should be good there for this weekend. I wouldn't think a bone bruise would keep him out of the regionals, but you never know how intense it is. We had a pretty decent outcome. We went 3-1. Had 3 homers on the first game that we won 8-4 against Tennessee. Actually, we had 4 homers. Kojal hit his 18th. Stewart hit 2 of them to give him 13 on the year. TJ Pompey hit his 15th. And then on Friday, when we played Texas, we won 8-1. We had 2 home runs. Both of them were Cam Kojal, giving him 20 and back-to-back games. And then yesterday, we had only 1 home run. We beat Auburn 2-1, as you know. And Helfrich hit his 16th home run in that game. And then today, the only run we scored, Micah New gave us the solo home run, which was his 9th on the year. Our overall record is 39-20, so roughly 2 out of every 3 games we win. Not bad. We did have a 5-game winning streak until that was snapped today against Georgia. The full bracket for the baseball tournament will be released tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on ESPN2. So we'll know where Arkansas is a number 2 seed. And obviously, they're going to be a 17 or higher overall seed as the first 16 get to host.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much a quick summary of it. Bittersweet ending. It was a good little run that they put on. I think they should have hosted. If I had to guess, they probably didn't want too many SEC schools hosting. I kind of see us going to like Kansas or something. I don't know why. We just always tend to face
I
up
hope
with
for
them.
their sake, just from different projections that I've seen, that I hope they don't end up on the West Coast.
Right.
Because if they do, a lot of the signs pointed to say if they get through, like, because I saw Eugene, Oregon as a projection. If they were to win that, they would end up at UCLA for supers, and you don't want to play like UCLA is not a team you want to play right now.
Right.
So I haven't thought that Arkansas would have had to have won the SEC title game to host. I didn't see it in the cards to begin with. At the same time, going up against Georgia and we saw how that went earlier this season when they did play, and I didn't have high expectations. At the same time, you know what? You're getting to play in the postseason, so make the best. We just hope that Arkansas does what we've talked about in years past, that like you're that team that gets hot at the right time, and luck being on your side, because Arkansas always ends up playing that team that gets hot. So you hope in this sake that it's Arkansas finally that is that team.
Yeah, it's more than one way to get to, like I said, the finish line. So whatever that looks like for Dave Van Horn, boys, I'm out here for it. I would love for us to go the most non-traditional way and go ahead and win us a championship. Like I say, that's the most Arkansas thing that could happen. Doesn't matter if he has a number one recruiting class from time to time or he is the highest ranked coming out of tournament play. At the end of the day, it comes down to being consistent in Omaha, getting better game by game, and being able to have relievers in the bullpen that can save you and get you out of situations. So whatever that looks like, hopefully we can be that team, like I say, that when it strikes hot at the right time and nobody's looking for us to show up like that. Either way it go, I'm excited to see exactly where these guys go. I do want to say this, though. You know, we get so caught up in the men's basketball, we sometimes forget about softball. Now, softball and Coach D has been doing her thing. Like I said, Coach D is going to make the ponytail great again. Like I said, I don't know if you know, that's like if she had a silhouette to the side, she's going to have that ponytail. But either way, man, so proud of Coach D and the ladies over there on the softball team. Dude, first ever history.
First ever.
I mean, it's dope. I mean, I look at it right now. We know what we expect from baseball. We love to see what's coming out of softball. We seen what was done in basketball. With all that being said, I know we hate to talk about it. Well, not gonna say hate to talk about it, but sometimes we might not want to look at it from this perspective. Who was the current AD when all these people were hired? Who hired Coach D?
Jeff Long.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then
not this one.
Okay, gotcha. I want to give you boy some credit. I can't.
No, you can't.
He
didn't make this hire. But at the same time, if he doesn't get some shit together, she's gonna be on. She ain't gonna be here around a whole lot longer if she doesn't get help.
Correct.
She can only do so much. And I've talked about this on Hog Talk, and I stand firm on this. We talk about what coaches need to work on in the off season. You take what happened the season prior and you figure out like the gaps and those things that you need to tweak, fix, whatever. Courtney Deifel has done those things year in and year out. And if stuff doesn't change when it comes to NIL and whatnot, she's going to be on the first play now. I look at that, like, I get it. Football is the end all be all. But when you're looking at these other programs who are actually doing what they need to do, that are actually playing, that are actually succeeding, whatnot, you need to sit there and help them out. Because guess what? You hang your hats on all these SEC titles and all this, that, and the other. Guess what? That's not coming from your main sport.
Correct.
Outside of basketball and the SEC title this year, it's not coming in football. Baseball, obviously, I mean, they fell short today, but, you know, softball is doing their thing. Volleyball has done their thing. Soccer has done their thing. And you sit there and we basically shit on these guys. So I just look at it as somebody like Hunter Yurchek that prides himself on these Directors' Cups and all these SEC titles. I'm going to say this. Fayetteville is the track capital of the world. We all know that.
Right.
At the same time, throw them some money. At the same time, these other sports that are actually producing, throw them some money, because guess what? You're going to lose these coaches. I'm not saying you're going to lose track, because it is what it is, but you're going to lose Coach Deifel. What happens after Dave Van Horn retires? Like, you've got to protect and take care of these sports that are actually doing something. Absolutely.
Which includes shitting on the tennis team and bringing them back. But I digress. Yeah.
You know, and that's a whole other thing too. It's like,
right.
You sit there and
talk about it. Go ahead.
you sit there and you put out this press release on like you're bringing back the tennis programs and like you've got this money, but you and the Razorback Foundation are going to monitor and look at all this. Was basically it's temporary. It's not set in stone. The shitty part is tennis is still going to have to sit there and look over their shoulder on when's it our turn to be shut down again. Correct. But for you to come out and say we're going to monitor the donations and whatnot, I just look at that like you just want to know who's donating so you can say, hey, why aren't you donating to football? Or can this money go to football? I mean, you raised more in donations to revive the tennis program in a few days than Hunter Yurchek has been able to do in months. He was given the task back in January to raise $15 million, and he couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in April, it's, we're going to shut down the tennis programs to save $5 million. You failed. You failed at your job. You can't fundraise. You can't sell anything. Before I've basically said, I don't think Houston Nutt would be good for an athletic. We need somebody that could sell the University of Arkansas. Houston Nutt is the best candidate for that. I used to be against it. I've interviewed him before on Hog Talk, and guess what? I wanted to run through a fucking brick wall after talking to him.
No doubt.
That's what he makes you want to do. Houston Nutt is Frank Broyles 2.0. Frank Broyles sold the University of Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
He was the biggest fan. He was the biggest salesman. That's what Houston Nutt is. Hunter Yurchek needs to leave. Houston Nutt needs to become athletic director.
The thing that's interesting about this is it's kind of like being at a place where you work at. You see where the opportunities reside. You see that there's a clear-cut answer to these problems. And if you fix these problems or patch these holes, then that just means that the whole operation will run a whole lot smoother. Mm-hmm. This is what we need in regards to leadership from athletic director. At some point, like I say, we want to bring the players back home. We want to bring people who brought glory days. Make sure I said that properly, because Jerry Jones had a little clip a while back. But either way, the days that people remember the most as far as being successful, we need to bring those guys back. We need the spirit of the former Razorback winning seasons to come back. Houston Nutt is one of those guys who can definitely get that done. I do got a comment here from Transplant Texan. Says cancel Hunter's Razorback raffle, raising hundreds, and pass the administrative cost savings to the softball team. They deserve it. They've earned it, if nothing else. Yeah. Talia Bush, we have someone that can't sell the university. Nothing new. Nothing new, unfortunately.
Like I said, I mean, I used to be against it. I was just all about like Houston Nutt being a ambassador or something. But at this point, seeing what needs to happen and somebody selling the university and selling the athletic department, I mean, there's no better person for the job than Houston Nutt.
Hey, Ty, I gotta acknowledge you when I tell you it's the family group chat that's going off. And when I tell you I went on my phone and did mute, and it's still coming through on the computer. I don't know. Yeah,
has a mind of its own.
There you go. Sorry, Ty. I hate to watch when I'm watching the Razorback interviews and I be like, y'all can't hear that? That's getting on my nerve on this end. So let me see if I can do something about that. Hey, I'm recording. Yeah. It's my mom, my wife. Yeah. Can y'all text on a separate line? Yeah. Thank you. Please and thank you. Anyhow, their reply to that text, even though I just said that. Don't give a damn. Don't give
Sorry,
a damn.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Also, Hoggy Chew is brought to you by Shackalicious Gummies. So, Shaq, if you want to sponsor us.
Shaq, you already familiar with my work. I used to run. I got a pitch. I should show you how to picture that one day. Like, I was a general manager of a Krispy Kreme in downtown Atlanta. So at some point when I was there,
I've seen no, it's on your Facebook. There's a picture. No, may not be with Shaq, but I remember a picture of you at Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. So Shaq and John Cena came and did the ride along karaoke thing, whatever that was. It was at one point real popular. Anyway,
you didn't see him.
Yeah, so they set up a whole crew in my dining room, and I got a chance to meet Shaq. And yeah, hey man, just know if you got some opportunities over there, we want it.
Going way back when, if you want to go, whenever I played basketball for Northside, yeah, shout out Northside. Preseason, we went to Little Rock for who was it? It was Detroit versus Miami in a preseason game in Little Rock, and it was right after the Detroit Pistons won the NBA title. So it was that season after 2004, 2005. And we went beforehand, like a few hours to watch them warm up and whatnot. And a few of us snuck down to the court while they were doing warm ups. And I got to shake Shaq's hand, and which, mind you, I'm like 6'2", 6'3", or whatever. Right. But shaking Shaq's hand and like my hand being like it was ridiculous. Hold on. I got to meet him and Dwayne Wade.
Time out. Didn't I tell you my mom was going to respond to the text? Did I tell you that?
There you go.
Okay, son. Thank you, mom. Appreciate it. Damn. Call your bullshit. I truly believe we'll be fine. We can get Hunter out. But I do want success with our new head coach because he's the real deal. Okay. And if that happens, the success with the football team, I don't believe Hunter will leave then, if it makes sense. But David can be a great AD, or Cal can be it always. We have a few that are in line that'll be great at the U of A. Yeah, I think the thing about it is, Collier is just making the right call at the right time. Somebody who understands where we're currently at, but also has a plan for where we want to go. Somewhat as we do in politics. Like, you want to have somebody in position that they can see what's currently going on and say, hey, this is what I can do for the next couple of years to propel us to the next level. So it is what it is. Hold on. Ty, I got a question for you.
Adam, don't you? Yeah, I got dunked on in high school. So if we want to talk about it, do we want to talk about
Cody Burns?
No, Cody Burns. First off, we were teammates. He never dunked on me, and he was 2 years younger. Shout out to Cody though, because he's doing his thing. And
so wait a minute. So he did dunk on you in practice, and he was in the 9th grade. You was in 12th grade. That makes
first off,
I heard
he never did. I was a senior and he was a sophomore, but no, he never did.
Okay.
I got dunked on by Ronnie Brewer. He was a senior. I was a sophomore.
Okay.
So shout out to him. And then I got dunked on in college, and this was just a pickup game by Sonny Weems. He caught an oop. I turned around at the wrong time. He was right there. I mean, it was.
Hold on. So he was right there. That means he was in the air and you were standing. So what was?
So we were playing pickup, and this was 2006 because it was the year that UFAS won the national title at the junior college. We would play pickup about 4 or 5 days a week in one of the practice gyms, and he was there one day, and basically somebody threw an oop. I didn't know he was there. I just turned, and he was right there, and I just accepted.
And he got devoed.
No, yeah, his
yeah. Then the other time I got dunked on was by a teammate, and that was my junior year, and it's still talked about to this day because I got slapped in the face whenever I got dunked on.
Damn.
Basically, I hit a jumper on him. We're doing this back and forth drill, and I pump faked. I hit a jumper on him, and then it was like a 3-on-2 fast break back the other way. And so I'm running next to him, and I'm feeling cocky because I just hit a jumper on him. Right. So I'm running side by side. He goes, I think in my head, like, I'm going to jump with him. And so I go and I jump, and whenever he goes, basically he cocks back, smacks me in the face, and then dunked. And yes, it's still talked about to this day.
That's wild work. Hey, but it takes a real man, you know what I'm saying?
I'll admit it. I mean, it is what it is.
That had a man private parts on your forehead. All right,
I didn't go that far.
You didn't. Me and Hart already knew what it was. You turned around, you said, and he was there. What part of him was that? You were still standing, and he was still going up.
But I digress.
There you go. All right, transfer Texas. Hunter, no plan outside of outscoring or going to the Tyson's well for funding for everything. Something has to change at some point. And like I said, I'm just gonna tap into football real quick. I hate to be Adam, but I'm riding with Adam.
3-9.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. And this is the team that I feel like with Coach Silverfield's enthusiasm, his ability to build and work with groups of men. I believe in that part. I believe we have some players on this roster who will be drafted. We probably have 4 players drafted off this roster. Quincy Rose being a first round draft pick, right? You probably have Cam Sutton. I'll probably get drafted off this roster. I don't believe in none of the wide receivers. Maybe what's his name? Cisse?
Courtney
CC.
Crutchfield. No, Sissy. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Ishmael, Sissy, whatever his name is.
Right. I think he'll probably be the one that's a great workout warrior that can probably do his thing at the combine to get his numbers out there, and he'll probably be he's gonna keep putting it on the screen and be able to get himself in a situation. Other than that, maybe a defensive back. I don't think we have a linebacker, but with that being said, we have some players to be drafted. We don't have a quarterback on this roster yet. I just don't believe in it. Now I'll keep saying it until they show me something different. KJ and AJ, I just do not believe in either one of them as the quarterback. I do like the other guys on the roster. You've heard me say this time and time again. So I really don't know. I hope that the coaches can see what they have. Give some of these other guys an opportunity to get some first team reps with the first team O-line and skilled players to just see, hey, maybe if you protect them with the right protection and surround them around the right skill players, this could probably be your guy. So it is what it is, but I hope the coaches can do their due diligence and figure out exactly who needs to be the right piece before the season starts. Pieces, parts, not the full package of success. Again, this next, it's.
Well, you and I talked about this a little bit this morning, and this is no. I'm not trying to knock KJ Jackson because I think that he has it in him. I just don't think he's. I don't think he's an SEC QB1.
Yeah.
I look at KJ and what we have seen from him, and I have it embedded in my head. Maybe I'm in the wrong on this. I just see Jacoby Criswell. I see a quarterback that has happy feet. I don't like his mechanics. I do like that he's left-handed, but I don't like his mechanics. And I just think the happy feet catch up with you after a little while.
Right.
And, we saw Jacoby Criswell. I mean, North Carolina, Arkansas, back to North Carolina. He finally got to, he moved to third string and finally got to start after injuries and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it. But at the same time, I look at the quarterback room. It's KJ, it's AJ Hill. I don't see it in AJ Hill. And I'm with you, and I forget his name. But that D2 quarterback
Angelo State,
from Angelo State. Yeah. I look at him and I'm just kind of like, you know what? Like that, I feel like a player like that does, I don't want to say does run first. I've watched more video on him. He runs when he needs to, but when he runs, it's with purpose. And I feel like that goes a long way. Whereas I look at KJ Jackson and I see the happy feet, and it just reminds me of Taylon Green and others that we've had, that it's like you run because you don't trust your offensive line, number one.
Right.
And when you do run, it's not necessarily with a purpose.
Correct.
So, I think that Cade Trotter, the one from Clemson, he's got I think the best arm.
Yeah, I like his arm.
But at the same time, I look at the kid from Angelo and I'm just kind of like, that dude has something that the others don't.
Right. And it's that it factor. It's the thing that when he gets in the huddle and calls the play, the teammates have a different look in their eye. That's what you need. You guys know from your years of work experience, and as well as looking at teams in the past that you enjoy watching, some of the best teams you're ever going to watch are going to be a player-led team. You don't need the quarterback coach to dictate every single move. If you can see what the hell is going on and make an adjustment and communicate to everyone else, hey, I just made an adjustment. I see something that you may not see. And because of this, I'm making a decision to get us in the best situation going down the field. That's what you need. And I just feel like with his years of D2 experience, now I've been one of the players that say, people that say as a fan, dude, why are we going to D2 and getting players? Like, are we that trash? But then
that was my issue before, even I mean with Sam Pitt, and I hate to say this too, because obviously Isaac Tesla has done his thing in the NFL. Now, granted, he was underutilized here.
Right.
Andrew Armstrong hasn't gotten his chance, but at the same time, like he did his thing. Well, 1,200 yards with one touchdown, whatever it was, you know.
We'll never forget
You know, you had cement hands Tyrone Broden, who's now moved to secondary for the Seattle Seahawks because he can't catch. It's one of those like you look at the receivers that we've had. I mean, you had Tesla and Armstrong, who were ridiculous. I mean, obviously Armstrong was your go-to, but you didn't throw to him in the end zone. Tesla did whatever he could whenever he was given the opportunity. And then at the same time, he's made you look like a fool now that he's in the NFL doing this. It's all been under you. But these guys, you know, before we have more, though, that come to Arkansas from lower level schools that don't pan out, that don't do anything. But you have your couple few that do something crazy.
What's big boy? Defensive lineman, balled out, went to the Cowboys. This is probably who the hell was the coach then? Sad. It's so we switched coaches like shit.
I mean, it had to have been Pittman if we're talking about
Ridgeway.
Oh, John Ridgeway.
That's one of those guys. You dig?
Well, I mean, you look at like Drew Sanders. I mean, granted, Drew Sanders came from Alabama, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like you've got to go get. But no, John Ridgeway was ridiculous. I mean, he falls into that mix of those guys that you didn't expect anything from coming from a lower level D2, whatever. But he more than proved himself.
Yeah, somebody like Yelda Furho.
Halati Furho has done ridiculous things. I mean, new contracts in the NFL. It's great what he's getting to do. It's just more often than not, things don't pan out.
Right. Real quick, Ty, I love that you are so engaged. Yes, you answered, brought up a great point. Oh, Miss Quarterback, yes, definitely D2 product. D2 products can be successful in the right situation. Like I said, I just feel like from a leadership standpoint, we suck for so long. It's just hard to get ourselves in a situation to where we can see ourselves moving forward, making progress year to year. I really think Coach will do a good job in recruiting this year. I think people, whatever he's selling, they'll buy into it early. But that record is going to kick his ass at the end of the season. Now, it's going to be a situation where you look at North Carolina State. You look at if Florida State changes coaches. You look at these type of things and say, well, damn, the player that we could have got from Oklahoma, from Tulsa, from North Dallas or somewhere like that, they now are going to somewhere else. They believed in Arkansas, but hell, after the season they put out there with the numbers, they may flip towards the end of the season. So it just depends. Ty's engaged. Does that mean the rest of us are all jokes? No, that just means that Ty be locked in. Ty talking shit at the same time, but he is well informed on Razorback news. So I love him.
Damn, we didn't even plan to get on Razorback football tonight.
No, but I mean, hell, we got to. It's all three of us. We back. So I mean, it is what it is. Check this out. So the whole baseball situation with this moth. Let me tell you something. I'm from country living. Like what our boy say? Country living. Yeah. Shout out to him, man. But look, me holding a moth, that's a no. I'm not doing it. Is that something that you guys would do? I don't think I've. Hart, are you a guy that will hold them off that big?
Not like that, and for that long. I've had one in my hand, and then got rid of it some fashion. Got to shoot it on or something, but no, not like that. They should have kept the damn thing if that's what it took. The way they went.
Should have put some holes in the damn
jar or something.
Damn jar. Yeah, put some fireflies and just say, like it. Either way it go, like I said, the guys did their thing for a short period of time. I asked during the Texas game, is this where Arkansas really takes off and becomes that team? They played well for a couple games straight. I was glad to see what they had, what they put out there to display for us. But what Dave Van Horn has under up his sleeve at this point is to be seen. So I have no idea exactly what these guys are going to do and what matchups they're going to get. Like you say, it comes down to luck sometimes. Comes down to the opponents that's going to be in front of you. So hopefully they can have a good run some teams knock each other out and give us a nice little path to get to where we can make some noise. So I'm excited to see what it can be. He held it over an hour.
Hunter was at the gateway to football talk tonight. Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha. The mouth was a fly at night. Rally mascot. Look, man, it is what it is. Basketball. Somebody asked me a question earlier talking about basketball. Now we jumped into basketball. We know we got currently got NBA playoffs. Jay Will been doing this 1-2. My dude called me the other day. Was like, bro, he was like, Jay Will is killing it. I was like, bro, I've been telling you this because I'm an Arkansas fan. Like, y'all don't watch Arkansas sports, but I know the guys from Arkansas, and I can tell you what they're gonna do in the league.
So, like me being a Phoenix Suns fan, which I'm vocal, like I still watch the Oklahoma City games, which NBA playoffs I watched to begin with just because it's good basketball.
Yeah.
I love seeing Jay Will play. So those that are new, whatever. Jalen has two older brothers that I was teammates with at Northside. So when Jalen was little, about 2-3 years old, Jalen Williams was at literally every single one of our practices, his little big-headed self. It's awesome to me to like see all this come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he played at Northside, he played at Arkansas, and now he's with the Thunder. But to see him do this, it's great. I am, however, here shortly, which Isaiah Joe, he went to Arkansas and Northside also. I'm going to play a little video here shortly. And this is just the ridiculousness that I'm tired of, and which a lot of people are too, with flopping in the NBA. So hopefully this doesn't get, triggered on YouTube or whatever. I'm going to just play it. We'll stay on screen. But it's just, I just get tired of the flopping. Let's see. There we go. Which he'll be up around the free throw line. You'll see him fall. It's going to replay here shortly.
Hey. Let me let you know something. That's my cousin, by the way.
Yeah.
He's doing his
right
job.
Here, but
he get a nice little paycheck to do that. That's what
and this is the thing too, is like I get that, because here's the thing is everybody wants to get mad at the players. The refs are the ones that allow this.
Correct.
If you go back, which, let's go back to the 90s. Less cameras, less microphones, etc. But we all know Jordan was in the year of all the referees.
Thanks.
So then we move forward, and all the more the cameras, like everybody wants to hate on LeBron, whatever else. Same time, he's playing up to the referees because it's allowed. Correct. If it wasn't allowed, if the flopping wasn't to happen, things would change. So I'm not necessarily knocking Isaiah for flopping right there, but at the same time, I'm just sick of seeing it. But at the same time, the league and the referees are the ones that allow it.
Now, we talked about basketball and Hart. You can definitely jump in right here at some point. But we talked about basketball, talk about Pro Hogs, talk about the current roster with Calipari and with the incoming freshman, first #1 class in the country, along with some returning players. Now, Ryan asked a question, and Ryan, I seen you said hello. You jumped in here. How you doing, Ryan? Thank you for showing up. If you hear some noise in the background, it's no longer my phone beeping. It's him eating the snack. Yeah, him. That one. No, you're on that side. Yeah, it's him.
Are they any good?
Yeah,
they're good.
He keeps smashing them shits. They may be good. How realistic is the chance that Meleek Thomas and Billy Richmond coming back? Let's jump
into that.
Let's do that.
You want to talk about it?
Why not? We hear that.
Yeah.
So Meleek and Billy went through the combine. We DP and I talked about this last week about how they did with the workouts and their measurements and things of that nature. So Jeff Goodman put out a few days ago that he went and asked 10 different NBA scouts. Basically, there's a list of players on if they should go to the NBA or return to college. 9 out of 10 NBA scouts said Meleek Thomas needs to go to the NBA. None, 0 out of 10 said Billy Richmond needs to go to the NBA. They said he needed to return to college. So I think that right there kind of tells us what's going to happen, and I don't think Malik Thomas will be back in Arkansas.
All right. So
Agreed.
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I love for Billy Richmond to come back. I feel like he was a spark plug the past 2 years. He may not have gotten the name recognition that he may deserve, but we know he's a fan favorite. We understand what he brings to the chemistry of the team and how dynamic he is on the defensive end and being a great two-way player. We do know some of the things that he could improve on to help with his draft stock going into next year. What do you see as far as a lineup if Billy Richmond come back? Is Billy Richmond coming off the bench leading the squad, or like we got one of the young boys? What you think we're looking like?
I think it would be Jordan Smith Jr. at the 1. The 2 would be Jeremiah Wilkins.
Transfer from Georgia.
Or Wilkinson, sorry, Wilkinson.
Uh-huh.
The 3 would be Billy. 4 is Mika Murinen. The 5 is, well, if the waiver is approved, the 5 is most likely Micah Hanlon. But if not, I don't know yet. But that'll be to be seen. Of course, you'll have Cooper Bowser around.
No Malik Ewan.
No Malik Ewan, I don't think so. The longer it goes,
The longer it goes on, the less likely it's going to be for him to return.
So the player performance.
Furman?
Cooper
Bowser, yeah.
You don't have him. You said you got him as a starter, as a center.
No, he'll be the backup. He'll float between the 4 and 5 most likely.
I feel like that just the layout of the players that we have currently, because obviously we can still add.
Right.
But I think with the game plan of Paulo Samito redshirting last year, which some of that was injured, obviously, but him returning to Arkansas, I think says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like we're going to see a lot of Samito this winter when basketball season starts. I think he's going to be a focal point.
At the 5.
Yeah, at the 5.
He'll play some at the 4, I think.
Yeah.
See, you talk about what's my man. I gotta get it right because I know the Bible Belt gonna get on this at some point. Slim Jesus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mika Murinen, yeah. Slim Jesus,
aka all of those things, right?
Yeah.
He's such a versatile player in his skill set. This guy could bring the ball up the floor. This guy could sit out on the perimeter and shoot the 3. You could play him at the 5 just to use his athleticism and get to the free throw line. Like
nobody on this roster, or potentially on this roster, nobody on. I'm going to even say last season's roster because we didn't fully see it from Trevor Brazil. We have not seen a player like Mika Murinen that attacks the rim like he does. And I'm not attacks the rim on his own, going after boards, put back dunks, fast breaks, everything. Like this guy just wants to be at the rim. We have not seen that level at Arkansas.
Right.
So he is going to have, I'm not going to say a field day, but I feel like that Mika Murinen and Jordan Smith Jr., even Abdu Torrey, I feel like those 2 guards and Mika Murinen are going to have a connection. We're going to have another Lob City.
No, for sure.
So Mika Murinen is going to be at the rim, and I feel like that Jordan Smith Jr. and Abdu Torrey are going to be the ones throwing it up there for him.
So if you give me Smith, you give me Torrey, and you give me Billy Richmond, first team and second team defensive teams, right? I feel like that's what they'll achieve at some point. The ability to be two-way players on this particular roster of talent is going to be mind-blowing because, as you say, you talk about being Lob City. You play hard on defensive end, you turn your defense into offense, you get fast break points. And this is what they did last year. Coach Kyle just wants to build on what he's already done with the fast break points. So it's going to work out miraculously for this particular team because so many guys are so athletic and not only just playing their certain position, they can play in other positions.
Billy Richmond and Mika Murinen are going to need to sort things out before the season starts.
Who the big dog?
Because both of them want to go after the rim.
Yep.
And so at the same time, that could benefit both of them if they balance that out. But no, between Billy Richmond, Mika Murinen, and then whatever else happens, you could very well have Lob City 2.0 next season.
Gotcha. I want to get
No,
these.
I would throw Cooper Bowser in, albeit a limited role. He was
Mhm.
top 10 in NCAA in dunks this past year, and he missed the
Well,
entire month.
and even yeah, he went to Furman. There was things they talked about that he needed to work on, but he progressed. Like he got better year by year. He worked on those things, whether it was rebounding, points in the paint. It's like so he worked on those things. Cal was not bringing him in to be a practice player.
All right. So you think about Slim Jesus. You think about the kid Cooper,
Bowser, yeah.
Cooper, right? And then you talk about Paulo. If you got Paulo at the 5, you can put Slim Jesus at the 3.
You could have because he's a stretch 4 as it is, but you put him at the 3 because he can hit the 3.
That's what I'm saying.
You put him at if you run. So we could look at this team in various ways. You could look at this team as running 4 guards and one big, kind of like Villanova did years ago. You can also look at this team running 2 guards and then having 3 7-footers at the 3, 4, and the 5. So you have 2 different lineups with this team that could be deadly. And that's where I go back to like having like Cal needs to have the phases, the teams, the different lineups and whatever. This is why I think that you need 10 to 11 guys before injuries and fouls and whatnot, because so that you can run different phases. Because like I've said before, you look back at Cal's teams, Devin Booker came off the bench. Devin Booker was your 6th man. Reed Shepherd, who was drafted 3rd overall in the NBA draft, came off the bench at Kentucky for Coach Calipari. So I think having a lineup where you've got phases, you've got different teams, you've got different lineups, whatever, I feel like at this day and age, like that can't hurt you.
So I look back at, and I watched a lot of games this past year. I look in detail some games that Arkansas played because I didn't think they were that talented. I've in the beginning. And I just wanted to see exactly who Darius Acuff was, and he showed up to be exactly who the hell we thought he was, plus some.
Because let's go back to the beginning of the season, too. We all thought, like, hey, this is going to be the Malik Thomas show.
Right.
We were kind of, man, like, yeah, Darius is doing good, blah, blah, blah. And then as the season progressed, he got progressively better.
Yes.
He's a top 5 draft. I mean, so we were, I'm not going to say wrong in that, but we all didn't expect that.
Correct. And now, with that being said, I look at what we have going into next year, and I'm looking like, Cal, I look at some of the games you played last year and you lost. I looked at the Houston game. I looked at Texas Tech. I look at Michigan State. I looked at the Duke game. I look at all those games, and I'm glad he played them. He played teams that had deep runs in the tournament the previous year, which is a great test to see exactly what your team looked like against different style of play. But you look at the teams who made it to the finals. You look at Arizona, who had big physical guys, damn near positionless basketball. All those dudes play both ends of the floor. You've seen Houston make their run. You see Michigan do their thing with the foreign bigs. Like all those things matters in regards to this type of teams you're going to be playing against. And we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg, Hart, in regard to what the hell Will Wade got going on at LSU. Getting players who got actual preseason NBA footage on themselves. Like, so we haven't even touched that part. But I'm looking at the style of players that Will Wade put together at LSU. This is what you're going to be seeing when it comes time to playing Big 10, Big 12 teams coming late in the tournament. So I'm excited to see what this team can do. We got a diverse group. Hart, you got something you want to add?
Well, I mean, you know, with the Will Wade situation, that's crazy. I mean, he's always been pushing the limits, and he just found another way to do it. Really,
dude, you at LSU? They got open checkbooks, and they don't give a damn.
Yeah, I mean, we went from basically, I'm not going to say kind of shitting on Alabama, Nate Oates, and Bediako that they brought in, which ended up getting denied. I thought we were done past all this stuff.
Oh no!
And then Will Wade comes in, and hey, we've got 4 or 5 23 to 25-year-olds that we're bringing in.
And I can't get mad because people are using the loopholes that I put in place. I'm not even going to say it. It's a political thing, but it was a lady and the man who had a discussion in front of America. And the man asked the lady asked the man, Why won't he show his information? He was like, the same reason why your friends don't. Because they get away with it. So as long as there's a loophole, there's going to be somebody who's going to take full advantage of that and to use to their advantage. This is what Will Wade has. Will Wade looking like, look, y'all won't give me the money up front because y'all know, I potentially could have some baggage with me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do what I got to do now. I know this is a win now league. You know what I'm saying? You're in the SEC. You got Lane Kiffin and you got Kim Mulkey making noise. You can't be the Cyrus program at the university. So he had to find a way to make it do what it do and be competitive. So it'd be interesting to see exactly what that looks like. Sometimes I wish Arkansas would cheat. Just cheat. I'll take the death penalty for some. I just want us to win for like 7 to 10 years straight. I'll be fine. Like
in all this, what's going on too, which I've talked about before, and listening to the assistant coaches talk about, like, unfortunately, until this is all like figured, I don't think all these players are going to suit up for LSU this next year. No. At the same time, that's going to hurt them because they're not recruiting other players.
Right.
I don't think that Will Wade and LSU, like, they're not going to win it all.
No.
Just like I don't think that Lane Kiffin is going to win it all at LSU. But they're going to make things interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Will Wade does win. He's just not going to get to the promised land. He's not going to get to that. I don't even think the LSU would get to the Final Four. That takes a lot of luck to get there. I don't think that's going to happen. But it makes things interesting. But it also, to me, all this going on or whatever, it's just crazy that, years prior, Nick Saban, Alabama, Nate Oates, Alabama, like, it was, Alabama was public enemy number one. And it's just funny to me now because LSU has now taken that over without winning anything, just because of the coaches that they have there and the money that they're spending, which is ridiculous. But
Hart, anything you want to add in regards to I know we had a commitment in basketball. Did you want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah, we had Maker, who we announced a couple weeks ago was coming for a visit. He announced today that he chose us over Memphis. Trying to find his stats right here. He is 7 foot, 200 pounds, so he definitely needs to put on weight. He's a 4-star. He was a top 50 prospect, I want to say. Could be wrong on that one. Has a 7'7" wingspan, so that's definitely impressive. Played at Bella Vista Prep, and just expect him to be this year's version of Paulo Sumito. So he'll redshirt and be basically a developmental year for him. Put on some weight, but he's pretty athletic. He's got a jump shot, a little bit of a jump shot. I've seen him lead fast breaks in high school and make a pass. So he's definitely athletic for his size. And, with that reach, if he can grow into his body a little bit, who knows? He could be an interior force.
Gotcha. What's the dude name? We played again, and to this day, we feel like he's still camped out in the paint. Kentucky.
Sheway.
That's
Oscar Sheway.
Yeah.
Well, like we've talked about before, when we talk about these teams play, I'm going to stand on this until it happens. Coach Cal needs to go get, whether it's an Oscar Sheway or Boogie Cousins or Anthony Davis, until you go get that 5, I don't think you can win it all. But at the same time, I do feel like, and this was talked about by on one of the morning shows with the assistant coach, and I forget which assistant coach it was. I don't think it was Bruiser Flint, but they see basically after this year, which I know a lot of this can be coach speak or whatever, they see a shift going back to, which is why we're going to see next, like, they're going to be recruiting high schools hard. They see a shift back to getting away from these 23, 24, 25-year-olds. And just like this last offseason, we saw this rush of paying the likes of Somto Cyril and others, $4 million. I think that's what JT Toppin got last season from Texas Tech. They see that ending. That's basically like, hey, this year the bigs are going out and getting their money, but after this season, like, they're not going to be paying those things. So, which, like we've talked about too, I mean, this last season, Malik Ewan was the highest paid player on the Arkansas roster.
Which to this day I have no idea. He must got the same agent Kirk Cousins got, because I have no idea how the hell all his money.
You
This
don't like
man
Kirk Cousins?
Dude is robbing a university with no gun, no mask, just straight face. Like, how did you get away with this shit?
Is it because he didn't do anything in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, you didn't think he did anything in
let me
Minnesota?
I love a finesse move. Anytime you can get over on the man, I'm with it. So, look.
What did Aaron Rodgers do last season?
No.
Okay. Well, he's your quarterback, so.
Don't be jelly. Jelly. Don't be jelly.
If you said, hey, would you rather have Lamar Jackson
nobody would
or Aaron Rodgers? I'm taking Lamar Jackson every day of the week.
Right. Y'all just have a dysfunctional organization.
Oh, is that what it is?
Y'all draft receivers just to block. Like, I don't even know the last 1,000-yard receiver you had. Like, multiple touchdown, 10 touchdown receiver. I don't know who the hell it is.
No, Steve Smith didn't
Bolden.
have 1,000. Anquan. Torrey Smith.
Either way it go. You get what I'm saying.
Mark Andrews. I mean, if we want to go to tight ends.
Right. That's like saying when the last time.
Oh, wait, but you know what? Who's our running back?
Lamar
King
Jackson.
Henry.
Oh.
Stop that.
No,
King Henry.
Y'all run a double wing.
Who's your running back?
It doesn't matter. We have a committee. We got
a committee. Okay.
First of all,
I told you last week, I will say this. I think that Will Howard, whatever his name is, will start a game this season I think he will replace Aaron Rodgers.
Got you. I think Deshaun Watson will lead the Cleveland Browns. Majority
I think that Taylor Green will start a game for the
Cleveland
Browns this season.
For sure. Hey, but it's crazy. Let me tell you this. Like, we've been watching sports long enough, and we understand both sides of it. Even in our fandom for our teams, like, we understood like what's important about the headline, what the headline reads the next day. Do you know the NFL is setting it up for Aaron Rodgers to ride off into the sunset his last season to go to the Super Bowl? So
he's getting his retirement party, his little,
the Super Bowl is in California. That's where my man from. We did this with Bettis.
He just needs mushrooms.
Look, he gonna get high as he want to, as long as he's winning. You understand me? Because guess what? Your quarterback over there. Yeah, that boy on that Zaza. He's smoking good over there in Baltimore. You better, as long as if your quarterback can be healthy, y'all can continue to have a good season. But y'all don't have a number one receiver, and you just don't know
Zay Flowers.
If that's what you call a number one receiver, I guess it's what you got. Don't be disappointed that you just found out that y'all ain't got shit at receiver. I'm sorry. We just stacked up our room. We got the biggest receiving core in the league, my boy.
What did DK Metcalf do this last season?
No.
He also this last season, Zay Flowers had 1,211 yards. Last season, he had 1,059 yards.
We still don't give a shit.
But what did DK Metcalf do?
Because guess what?
What did DK Metcalf do?
We're not talking player for player, sir. I'm looking at the larger scheme, the larger scale.
DK Metcalf
and your quarterback has been in position to get over the hump and supposed to be in the Super Bowl the past 5 years. Had an opportunity.
Oh, DK Metcalf had 850 yards this last season. So he got outperformed by Zay Flowers. Little old Zay Flowers had 400, almost 500 more yards than DK Metcalf.
When your running back carries the ball 35 times a game, when you do decide to go play action, that's what you get. It is what it is.
Are you? Do you want Derrick Henry?
Sir, all I'm saying is this.
I can't wait for football season.
Your team has been on the cusp of getting over this hurdle and going to the AFC Championship. You fail every single season for whatever reason.
So here's the thing, though, is yes, we're on that cusp, and it's disappointing. Your team is not even in the ballpark.
Let me tell you something. That is true. But when I look at it and I say, and if I want to do the math, because I did pretty good at math on the SAT, but if I go in there and count the trophies of the Lombardis in Pittsburgh, yeah, it's going to be more than it is in Baltimore. Yeah, All that. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I understand.
I can't wait for football season.
I really can't wait. Maybe hard to actually say he's a Cowboys fan this year. maybe he'll pull a Jackson Dart and tell us who he really fucking with. Hey.
Let's not get enough.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you're a Cowboys fan in real life, not for real. When I tell you the way the Giants locker room is about to fall apart, that's about to be crazy.
Yeah,
that's about to be crazy.
I'm just saying, like, side with whoever you want to side with, do what you want to do, believe what you want to believe, but at the same time, coming out in public to do something like that, like, your locker room is about to be in shambles. The only thing you can hope for is that John Harbaugh reins things in.
Yeah.
But no, the Giants are about to be a shit show, even more than they have been.
Oh yeah.
Catch me up. What did I miss? What did Jackson?
We don't get politics in here or whatever, but earlier this week or late last week or whatever, Jackson Dart introduced Trump at a rally in New York.
Oh.
And so, again, politics aside, whatever, I just look at it like, hey, you're the quarterback of this team. Like, you separate yourself from politics and doing stuff like that. Like, keep it to yourself. I just feel like it's going to cause a rift.
Yeah. And the thing that's crazy about it was people laughed, and I sent you guys a clip.
Mm-hmm.
Some people in the black community feel some type of way. Like, wait a minute. Every time we turn around, you got too much sauce. You got dip on your chip. You understand what I'm saying? You got these little dances, these hip hop dances. You got the jury. You just seem like you engulfed in the culture over here, but yet and still you don't mind telling us who you really rock with. And that's your business, but like, be transparent. This is when we say you ain't keeping it real, is what we're talking about. I can look at Mendoza with the Raiders.
With his too big helmet.
People say he's such a cornball, he's a goofball, but one thing about it is he won't deny who he is. He is a cornball. He likes the Star Wars. He did the what's it called? Step Brothers thing with Kirk Cousins. Like,
or as you also said too, he's your Hispanic quarterback that we're seeing the run of, which he is what Diego Pavia thinks he is.
Correct. Diego Pavia got big nuts. But the thing about it is he don't stand tall enough, and he won't shut his damn mouth.
He's not. I mean, I'm sorry, Short Kings. Sorry to all y'all. Sorry to you guys.
Right.
But 5'9". Sorry for you.
Look, man, I think if the dude was more humble, he would have a better shot. It's all
1,000%. But he came in with Jersey Shore 2.0 and started acting and talking the way he did. I mean, that was his downfall.
I was like, dude,
and the crappy part is he signed a 3-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens to be on the practice squad.
That's your man. That's why I say y'all need to be on the show this year. We need to see what's going on over there.
You know who's on the quarterback show that's on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
My boy Joe Flacco's on it.
Flacco.
Hey, he's still holding his own.
He's a legend, dude. Like
the stupidest thing that Cleveland could have done was let him go. I mean, here's the thing: is Joe Flacco still puts up numbers?
No, for sure. Like, he know every single defense Pittsburgh been running for years. It don't matter what team jersey he's got on. He still knows.
He's got the number of whatever AFC North team he is playing.
For sure. Dude, we didn't talk about a lot tonight. We got off record and talked off Razorback, etc. Is there anything that we're missing to discuss or drop with the people, or things they can look forward coming up this particular week?
Well, Wednesday, you got the deadline for the players to withdraw from the NBA draft.
So we'll know by then on Billy and Meleek.
Mm-hmm.
Officially, I think that we'll know about one of them beforehand. I think that somebody like Meleek, I think he may wait till the last minute, but I think we'll hear from Billy in the next few days.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the comment.
Also, my birthday is Thursday.
Your birthday Thursday?
I'll be 39.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. And happy early birthday to you. My life has been so wild. Both my brothers just had a birthday, and I forgot. I feel like people's birthday just happened. Like, I don't know, it's like some months that I missed. I don't know what the hell's going on with it.
I don't advertise it. If it wasn't for Facebook, sometimes I wouldn't remember people's birthdays. Shout out to Porter. His birthday was yesterday, I believe.
Yep.
But no, if it's not for Facebook, sometimes I forget just because Facebook tells you like, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday or whatever. And it's not that I like try to forget. You just get so caught up in life and whatever. It's hard to remember everything.
No doubt. Life has been life, and man. Before we get up out of here, is it what Memorial Day weekend?
Yep.
A lot of people off work
tomorrow.
With that being said, a lot of people been on the grill or gonna get on the grill. If we talk Memorial Day cookout festivities, you with the family, what is a must-have for your Memorial Day?
Must-have?
What's got to be on the grill? What's got to be one of the sides? What's got to be something that's in the fridge for Memorial Day for the cookout with the family?
Not pasta salad. We've talked about that at Christmas.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, just give me a burger. Give me some. This time of year, even though it's hot outside or whatever, I want some mac and cheese. I want some good mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is one of my comfort foods, so I need some good mac and cheese.
Gotcha. Hart, what you got? What you got to have? Somebody put together a cookout and they say, Hart, what do you want? What do you have to have at the cookout?
If I want a steak, ribeye, something like that. Maybe ribs. Let's see, as a side, he did mac and cheese, which I like. Let's go baked potato or fries, something like that to go along with it. Maybe some cheese dip. I don't know.
God damn.
Baked beans.
Hey.
So let me ask you this, because we've talked about this before. If you're making are you making rotel?
Or you making cheese dip?
Or are you going to buy like, whatever little...
Yeah, there is
Velveeta, rotel, and some seasoning.
Okay.
Cumin, something like that.
Here's the thing too: is if you don't do it, you should. If you're making rotel, cheese dip, you need to put ground beef or sausage in it. Sausage preferably, just to add a little bit. And at the same time, go for like the fire roasted or hot rotel. Just
everybody's stomach can't take that. Mine can. Now I mix. I do the regular and I do the hot.
I can deal with that.
You dig? But some people can't take that. Either way, don't forget. I'm just trying to think about the majority of people watching. Seasoning. It's included in the meat. Don't just brown the meat and put it in there with the cheese. You can season it like the stuff. See,
it's just like the video I sent you of the dude and his friend that went to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah.
It's one of those that like
they got great
black people. You put your whole foot in it, season it, and white people put the big toe in. So white folks, there is a thing called seasoning. Hey, use it to your advantage. Use it, build up to it because you can go too far.
There you go.
So you gotta start and build up because you can go too far and you've ruined it.
I know some of y'all done got bougie and y'all got like the electronic salt things and y'all just and it just grind and come out. No. You gotta be like the grandparents used to do. The grandparents couldn't tell you exactly how much they use in the recipe. You just eyeball it. Like that's when you really cooking.
Oh, I remember growing up, like when my grandfather would make spaghetti, it was literally just like random shit that was in the fridge.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same every single time, but he was throwing shit from the fridge all in it. Salt, pepper, garlic. I mean, granted, that's the trinity, but at the same time, there's so much more out there.
There's so much more.
But you got to start with salt, pepper, garlic, and then build off that.
Yeah.
To those that find pepper spicy, I'm sorry for you.
I don't tell you.
Maybe
like some people got gut problems. I can't knock, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's what it is.
I get that, but at the same time, it's just kind of like you got to find something.
Okay.
Because your food is bland to shit.
Real quick, I asked you guys what you gotta have at the cookout. Let me tell you something. Stereotype or not, I want some fucking watermelon. Don't give a fuck what you said. How you feel about it? I just bought a yellow meat, and if you're from the country, you know about a yellow meat watermelon, right? So I bought one of them, and I bought me a red. My wife prefers the seedless one, even though I've been trying to tell her, babe, how do you grow the watermelon without seeds?
Without seeds, yeah.
But I digress. Hey, does she want that? That's what she gonna get.
When you get watermelon, and I'm just asking to ask. So you cut it open. Do you cut it into cube? Like how do you eat it, or do you cut it into slices?
So you have a Tupperware, like a glass Tupperware or plastic Tupperware. You basically you cut it in quarters. You cut it in half. Boom. You slice the half. You got quarters. At this point, slice, cut underneath. Everything falls out into the pan. That's how you do. That's how you do it.
Because I know some, you cut into slices and you just eat off of it. I know some that will cut everything out of it. So I was just curious. And then you get those folks that go buy the little plastic tub that already has sliced up cubed up watermelon in it.
No, the pineapple phenomenon. Nathan be on shit. Nathan, well, you be on
Kool-Aid, yeah.
So apparently,
I was about to bring that up.
So we've been buying the jars from Sam's of the pineapple spheres, which is great. I think it's in coconut water as well. So it's a great little treat to cut up. Me and my son eat whatever. But now they're pouring out half of it, and now they're taking a pack of Kool-Aid, sugar, stirring it up, put it back in there, and now the pineapples are saturated with water.
Well, it's kind of like, so a year or two ago, there was, a TikTok thing and trend, whatever, but people did the same thing with like ranch or ranch seasoning or taco seasoning or whatever with pickles. Basically, open up a jar of pickles, dump in the seasoning, let it sit, whatever. So I feel like we're doing the same thing with pineapples, and also too with pickles. People did the same thing with red Kool-Aid. Have you never had? Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Have you had Kool-Aid pickles?
No. Why would I do that?
I'm not trying to say anything right now, but it's not a white thing.
No. I'm not saying it's a white or black thing, but I'm saying like
like you take red Kool-Aid and you put it in the pickles.
I can't get with it. To me, I seen the ranch. The ranch is already savory. It goes with the pickle flavor. That's close. But to go sweet and then it's too much for the kid. I can't. Kool-Aid, pineapple, diabetes.
I feel like we're gonna have a whole show just about foods and stereotypes.
Man, life is short. Life is short, and I just like enjoying my life and being transparent. So I don't have a problem with that. But for me, I transplant text. I said watermelon. I love fruit. Me and my son love fruit. Pineapples, cantaloupe, honeydew.
Okay. See, I don't like cantaloupe much, but whenever I get a hankering for, which also, if you're not putting salt on your cantaloupe, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I don't know what you're doing. Now, I'll put you down. You need to get a lemon and squeeze it on your watermelon.
Haven't done that before.
You don't even know that it's that great. As far as the health kick for it, it's healthy and you don't know it. So that's what I'm on right now.
First time for everything.
It's great. Hold on, Justin, full of shit. Just what you said. DP looking like Tom and nephew with that hat on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real quick. Barbecue. Let me see. Watermelon. Baked beans. I love baked beans.
I don't eat beans.
Have you had baked beans with ground beef in it?
No, because I have a thing with food consistencies and textures. So avocados, beans, bananas. I know you like to eat bananas the long way, but I just can't do it.
So transplant Texan. Growing up in the country, you go to the garden, you cut up a damn cucumber, you cut up watermelon, you cut up a tomato.
Tomato, salt, and pepper on it.
Salt on it, little salt, little pepper, and you just eat. Like that's country. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm from, like that's how you get down. But like over time, I've seen people do salt on a watermelon. But I'm telling you, transplant Texan, you take the time, get you a lemon, cut that lemon in half, squeeze that lemon.
I'm gonna have to try that. I've never had it. I've never thought about it, so I'm gonna try that.
You don't know how refreshing it makes it. It's more of a health kick as far as kicking in and it activating some things. We'll get into a whole situation.
So if y'all need health kicks, listen to us, not Dr. Oz.
Look, and guess what? We all didn't put on weight and then lost the shit. So we can tell you. We can fucking tell you how it is. Hey man, look, it is what it is. We're gonna get out of here because we run out of mouth. We appreciate y'all for checking in with us, even though we showed up a little bit tardy for the party. But once again, we appreciate you guys tapping in with us and locking in on what is shaking with the Razorbacks. Once again, look forward to Adam's birthday. That's coming up. That's important, right? Yeah. Also, don't forget. Hold on. Cucumber and tomato salt or Italian dressing. See, that's country. That's regular.
I've seen that before.
Country people shit. Like moving to Georgia, I had put sugar on grits forever in Arkansas.
So I moved to Georgia. I feel like I'm one of the few people. Like I put salt or butter and sugar on grits.
See, you're doing too much.
Why? But I would prefer sugar on my grits. Or I mean, cheese grits are good.
Cheese grits are good. So this is what I found out. Like for me, growing up how I grew up, everything on your plate has salt on it. Mm-hmm. Grandma make the sausage patties or the breakfast sausage or bacon, pork bacon back then, and whatever. So the grits is the only thing that has no taste until you give it taste.
Yeah.
So for me, putting sugar on it made it work because hell, if you country and you have a grandma country meal, that's rice. And you put sugar on rice, sugar and butter on rice. They go together. But so like for grits, it's always been sugar. When I moved to Georgia, I didn't understand people putting salt and pepper on grits. Here's the thing. We don't do no damn instant grits. We don't do no instant grits. No, we're doing stone grits, real deal grits.
Oh, see, I'm going to Walmart and just buying one of the little like packaged.
Now I will tell you this. It used to be the Aunt Mama grits, but I think it's called white meal, whitewash, some type of grits.
Yeah, they had to change the name to be politically correct or whatever.
There we go with that fake shit. But anyway, those are great consistency on grits. If you asking Nathan, Adam wants a stroke. So yeah, he doing too much. He doing too much just and shit. But I say like a good country breakfast, like the grits don't have a taste until you give it to them. So putting salt on grits always worked for me. But in Georgia, shrimp and grits is so popular because you're somewhat close to water. A lot of savory grits in Georgia. That's how I really got.
I get that too because living in the Gulf Coast, when I lived in Gulf Shores, there was you saw a lot of that. But my thing with that too, which things have changed since I moved back to Fort Smith or back to Arkansas. I don't eat seafood much because it's not fresh here. Versus, down there you had cheesy grits and hot. I mean,
and hot sauce.
Yeah.
KJ, that's new for me. Hot sauce on cheesy grits. I guess in the South, hot sauce go everything.
With everything, yes.
What's
your go-to hot sauce?
Louisiana, the red dot. Period. Ain't nothing else.
Cholula or Valentina. I go like straight up like Hispanic Mexican hot sauce.
DEI hot sauce.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm messing with the red dot. Louisiana. It goes great on catfish. You can't lose. You can't lose. KJ said, "Here, KJ, where you from? Where you from with hot sauce on grits?"
She's from Oklahoma. I know where it is.
Oh, okay. Had jalapeno cheese grits today. I ain't mad at that. I get it. Nathan, you full of shit.
Whoa, hold the. I feel like that's very stereotypical. We're trying to assume things at this point.
There you go. Frank's Red, put that shit on everything.
Frank's Red is good, but at the same time, Valentina is the best hot sauce that's out there.
That is wild.
Have you had it?
You're a Southern American.
Yellow bottle Valentina, yellow label. Just try it. Go to the store, get some, try it.
You know what? The fact that you had Peeps this year on record. Anything you ask me to try on the food tip, I'm willing to rock with. Like I said, you was willing to bend. We've been
first time for everything.
No doubt about it. All right, we've been yapping long enough. We enjoy spending time with you guys, but we are up out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay locked in for any hog news that comes during the week. Any information that may be regarding to an update on the basketball recruiting tip, as well as the guys who are coming back from the NBA combine. With that being said, transplant Texan, raising this potato salad. Don't bring that shit, son. We out of here.
We'll
catch y'all the next one.